With school fast approaching, it's time for students to get back into the swing of things, and that includes a regular sleep routine. Kevin Smith is a clinical psychologist in pediatric sleep medicine at Children's Mercy Hospital. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Sleep is so important for kids. We know their moods change. We know when they haven't had a good night's sleep because they're cranky or irritable, and they can't learn. It's so important, right?
It really is. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I enjoy sleep medicine is because it affects almost every aspect of your life, whether it's physical, emotional, school performance. It should be, in my opinion, at the top of the list.
Okay, so kids all summer long, many of them have been sleeping in to 9, 10 o'clock-ish. How do we get them back into that routine? Some high school, kids are waking up at 6 o'clock, 5:30 to get to school on time.
Sure. Well, when it comes to changing our sleep schedules, our bodies like to do it gradually. So I think probably at this point, most kids have 4, 5, 6 days left before school starts. So when you're trying to get them back to that school bedtime and school wake time, gradual, even increments over each night is the best way to do it. Don't wait till the night before.
So we have to be stern with our kids starting now. Let's go to bed at this time. Is that really encouraging that, great internal clock, setting it?
That's what we're doing, is kind of readjusting from the summer, and that has to happen over time. So small increments are the best, but yeah, it'll pay dividends for them during the day. So it's really worth it making a stand as a parent.
Is part of that too not letting your kids watch too much TV right before they go to bed? How do you set up that great routine for parents out there that are
Absolutely.
listening?
I mean, light is one of the most important variables in setting our internal sleep clock. So we want a lot of light in the morning, want that light exposure, but at night it actually can inhibit the production of melatonin, which is a chemical in our brain that helps us get to sleep. So you really want to guard that time about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Think about powering down the whole house, and especially electronics in the bed. That's definitely not the way to go.
Do you discourage television sets in kids' bedrooms?
Well, I'm a realist, but yes, I mean, that would be great. But I do realize that can be difficult. At the very least, not watching television while they're in bed, or having it on all night, which happens sometimes. I'm more concerned about tablets, cell phones that kids sleep with in their beds. I would like all those to be in the kitchen. They can be powered up. In the morning, they're ready to go.
Okay, for those high school kids that use cell phones as an alarm?
Yes, that is the number one pushback I get. I'm pretty sure that there are relatively cheap alarm clocks at many of the stores in the Kansas City metro area. For under $10, you can get yourself an alarm clock that works as an alarm clock and use your phone for other purposes.
There you go. And it's also important that kids have a comfortable bed. There are kids that don't have that comfortable sleep.
There really are, and there are more than you can imagine. I'm on the board of a non-for-profit called Sleepyhead Beds, sleepyheadbeds.org, and their basic premise is we get donated beds, refurbish them, and then give them free of charge to kids in the community.
Which is so great, because you need that good night's sleep so you can learn throughout the day.
It really is. And on sleepyheadbeds.org, if you want to make a donation, $50 is all it costs for us to refurbish a bed, $100 for a crib. You could make a substantial impact on a kid's life.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and great advice. We'll try to do it. Get those TVs and phones out of the bedrooms,
Sounds
right?
good.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.